Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. In the last episode, we had just killed the spider splicer Rose, I think that was her name. So now we're going to just continue progressing through Neptune's bounty. Somehow I missed Timmy, who met an untimely demise at the hands of Sullivan and friends. We're going to find out about that here.
Mr. Ryan asked me personally to make this clear to you. You give us Fontaine and this whole filthy ring of his, and you'll be knocking back pints up at the Fighting McDonough's. But if you prefer to play the mule, we'll treat you like a mule. Give him a taste, Patrick. What's that? Change of heart, Timmy? Timmy! Ready to talk now?
Go on, Sullivan. Go on, do your dirty. Whatever Ryan thinks he can do to me, Fontaine can do double!
Poor Timmy. So this is actually some backtracking, and hello. What is my first reaction? Let me snap some pretty pictures. We're actually reaching the end of Neptune's bounty. We have one more Big Daddy to kill, we have a boss to kill, and then we're going to move on. So I'm really just cleaning up things here. The majority of it is done. We're about 3/4 of the way through, I would say. That was a quick research upgrade. I believe it was bonus damage against nitro splicers. If not, it was 15% chance for a grenade to fail, which I believe is the second one. That could have been what it was. Just a quick edit there. Again, apologies for the frequent editing, but I jump around a lot. A lot of it's just me wandering. And I only showed that because I thought it was kind of funny. And that's an example of Wrench Lurker at work, the tonic that quiets my footsteps. And again, it gives you kind of a backstab effect with the wrench, but regardless of the weapon, you get the quieted footsteps thing, which is really, really useful. And I'm kind of a sneaky player to begin with, so... And I've actually already been here, but I guess I forgot to snap pictures of the camera, so now I get twice the film when I destroy security cameras, which is pretty rare. This one's actually out of reach, so I can't hack it. That thing, by the way, that was on my right, I think, that tube, that is a vita-chamber, which, if you have those enabled, when you die, you just spawn at the vita-chambers. You don't get a game over, but I have those disabled in the options, which... I don't know, the game's really easy if you spawn in the vita-chambers. Now, granted, you can run into the situation that you completely run out of resources, but because splicers respawn, you can always get more money, even if you have to grind for a while, and you can just run around killing people with the wrench. In a pinch, if you really needed to, you could just temporarily spec out at a gene bank for the wrench and just farm splicers to gather money till you have enough ammo for your other stuff. Here is a technique for dealing with Big Daddies, and in my opinion, it is probably the single best technique in the game. And that is to find Little Sister, find the corpse she's going after, pick it up with telekinesis, put it in front of a camera, either hostile or friendly. It'll work either way, preferably friendly, just so that you don't have to worry about triggering an alarm. And then once the Big Daddy walks to the corpse with the Little Sister, who will go to the corpse to drain the blood from it, the atom from it, you tag the big... And I'm going to show all of this. You tag the Big Daddy with security bullseye, then that will trigger a friendly alarm that just goes after the Big Daddy. Here we go. I'm going to start the process. I missed once because a stupid post was in the way. So he's triggered an alarm. Now waves of helicopters are going to come in and attack him. And you can, if you do this properly, you can kill a Big Daddy essentially with just 3 casts of security bullseye. This Rosie, I think, would have taken 3 full alarms to kill him. If it was a bouncer, though, without the ranged attacks, see, Rosies are really effective against helicopters because they have the rivet gun. A bouncer, unless they get low, can't hit them, so they can kill them the bots can kill the bouncer much easier. Photographer's Eye is definitely something I'd recommend, by the way, if you have the spots to spare in your bank, in your tonics. I honestly should have it equipped and have just sacrificed something just to make the research process go faster, but meh, whatever. So if I was a patient man, I would trigger 2 to 3. It's probably going to take 3, I would say, alarms to kill this Rosie. But as I am not, I'm going to try to speed up the process myself. And in so doing, I am going to take damage I'm going to spend to shoot ammo and thus spend resources. So it's not as efficient as it could have been, but I just didn't feel like waiting, honestly. But this is a way to kill big daddies. It works every time. As long as there's a single camera on the level, it'll work. And it's very rare that a big daddy will ever destroy a security camera. It can only happen if they're a Rosie and a bot got close to the camera and they shot the camera accidentally, or they threw a proximity mine at it or something accidentally. If it's close to the ground, a bouncer might be able to attack it, but I'm not really sure on that one. If it's high up, they definitely can't because they don't have any range attacks. And you literally only spend Eve, you don't lose any health, there's no risk of dying, and you don't waste any ammo. It's really efficient, really safe. It's the main way that a wrench guy is going to deal with big daddies early on in the game when they don't really have a lot of options, and they can't really stand toe-to-toe with them yet. Eventually you can, but not yet. I think it's kind of cheesy, though. It's boring, which is, again, why I'm just stepping in myself. I'm using armor-piercing rounds with my SMG. I'm going to use a combination of that and the cameras to speed things along. So, this is essentially a technique to kill big daddies with complete impunity as long as you have Eve to use the security bullseye plasmid. Really effective. Just don't accidentally shoot them. Or get too close so you get hit. Because they could still accidentally shoot you or throw a mine at you or something. As you can see, the armor-piercing rounds in this SMG actually do quite solid damage. I just don't have that many of them. The SMG is a really solid weapon. I do enjoy it. I like full-auto weapons in general, though, even though I'm shooting this more semi-auto. Also, this area is a death trap for big daddies. There's multiple turrets, including RPG turrets, and a camera. So you can lure them in here, which is what I usually do, and finish them easily. And I wasn't expecting there to be another big daddy. This is an instance that if I had hypnotized big daddy in my plasmid slots, which I don't usually have equipped, I don't really bother. It's really powerful, though. I could have hypnotized this one and lured the other big daddy to him, or just had him follow me to the big daddy, and they could have killed each other. Which is another really solid strategy. And that area was already hacked, because apparently I already went through here, I guess. Nearly a year ago, when I was doing this, I had already gone through there. So again, I'm backtracking here. There he goes. Could have saved resources, but doesn't matter. Was confident it wouldn't matter. There's really no reason, guys, to be super... I mean, you want to exercise trigger discipline. You want to have your shots count. You don't want to needlessly waste. But if you know what you're going to face, and you're already almost done with the level, and... Certainly, on your first playthrough, you should be cautious, but once you've played it before and you kind of know what you're going to face, just spend your resources. It's more fun. It's no fun to just sit on everything for the entire game.
Thank you.
It's a mistake that people often make with items, just expendable things, as they never want to use them. Obviously, there's a difference between using something like just an item in Final Fantasy or something and just ammo in a shooter, but I don't know. I'm rambling. Apologies. And this is the same area. I realized that I'd missed a room, and right here, the door is locked, but there's grates. And a camera. Which I still managed to almost trigger. Cameras don't immediately trigger alarms. They You have to stand in the spotlight for a period of time, and you can turn them off with a switch if you can find it. It'll turn off alarms for a dollar amount, for some money. And I'm just destroying these cameras. I destroyed this one and the last one because I don't need them anymore.
Hanging now, is it? That's what we've come to? Now look, I don't make the laws here, I just enforce them. But I didn't come to Rapture to string men up for running contraband. If Ryan and his crew have their law, then they can have my badge.
And because I don't have Electro Bolt to hack them, I didn't want to waste Electric Buck. I couldn't hack one of them anyway, it was too high up. You might have seen that there was a alarm turn-off switch there, by the way.
This Fontaine fellow is somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace, to be convicted and hung. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of hoodlum. The kind with vision.
So I'm going to just quickly stock up on supplies. I had ran out of film, so I'm going to remedy that. The main things that I generally buy are film, first aid kits, hypos, and maybe proximity mines, for the most part. Occasionally Electric Buck, or if I run low on just regular double-aught. Which isn't often. We are right at the end of Neptune's bounty here. And, see, I know that, so why bother leaving this health station when I can just whack it and get a free first aid kit, because I won't be coming back here.
The warp rat didn't get himself at. You got something from me and my crew? Or are you just looking to get criticized? You set here a spell. I needs to set on some coffee. Maybe put on silverware and the like.
Before you head into the fisheries, a word to the wise. Old Peachy seems about as straight as a dog's hind leg. You keep your eyes open.
So much talking.
Nobody walks into my swampy carrying the heat. Put your weapons in the pneumo, and then I'll let you in.
If that's his price, you're gonna have to pay it. But he can't very well take your plasmas away now, can he?
Okay guys, that's it. So thanks for watching, stay tuned for more. Please like the video if you liked it, please sub if you'd like to see more. Leave comments, feedback, ask questions, I'll get back to you. Please guys, I have hundreds of videos. Please check out my channel. Please look at all the playlists I have and see if there's something there that you might find interesting. I have over 600 videos, a lot of Mass Effect stuff. I've been all over the place with this channel at this point. I don't even know anymore. Okay guys. Have a good one.